never looked him up. Look up one picture. You'll see him with a Chinese ambassador. That's a red flag. That's a red flag right there. He needs to read the book of Proverbs. Whoever sees a picture with Chinese ambassador, do not hire thee, for thee is corrupt and is about to backstab you. So President Trump came out to endorse Drew McKissick. This guy's the South Carolina Republican Party chair. I went off today. I was like, why is he endorsing this guy? To keep it in perspective, Trump is not a good endorser. Let's not beat around the bush here, all right? PETA, don't come after us. We're going to beat this bush, all right? He's not a good endorser. Sorry, let's not burn around the bush either, okay? No forest fires. He shouldn't be endorsing people. Like, seriously, it's one of those things where his track record should not be good. Don't listen to Trump anymore when it comes to it. You have my full and total endorsement. He endorsed Mitt Romney. He endorsed Beijing Mitch McConnell. He endorsed Mitch McConnell. Like that, if he endorsed Brian Kemp in Georgia, he campaigned for him. Actually, that's an extra step, and he got him to beat Stacey Ogre Abrams. He endorsed Doug Douchebag in Arizona. Did he endorse Chris Sununu from New Hampshire? Stop endorsing people. I'm sorry. It's not good at it. Look, he's not perfect. He's not perfect just because he doesn't do his research on the people. He literally came out today and said, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you, man. I'll read what Trump said because it kind of angered me a little bit because I was just like, he didn't do his research. No, someone is lying to this man. You know, and it's so unfortunate for Trump. It's so unfortunate for him that he really just has to be. Look. Let me read this to you. Okay, watch. Good luck to Drew McKissick, who's up for a big re-election vote tomorrow, Saturday, for chairman of the Republican Party, South Carolina. Drew and I have done nothing but win together. You don't know him. Nothing but win together. And that will continue into the future. He is strong on voter fraud. Oh, whoa. Whoa. I'll show you a video of this same guy doing exactly the opposite of what Trump is saying here. Crime, the border, the Second Amendment, on our great military and vets, the typical conservative talking points. Drew has my complete and total endorsement for re-election. Boo! The first time I'm booing Trump, he didn't research this guy. He doesn't know what Drew McKissick is about. McChicken Nuggets over here. He's dried up, man. He's a dry politician. He doesn't even answer questions from his constituents. And General Flynn reposted my message. Who's right here? General Michael Flynn, who got ousted from your administration by your vice president, the swamp creature, Mike Pence, or General Flynn, who fought for you, was the first person of any real recognition to endorse you and to follow you from 2015. So who's really correct here? So, okay. So here's the problem, right? Let's analyze this. He says Drew McChicken Nuggets is strong on this word. Mr. President, there's literally a video of this guy literally saying Joey Bribes is legitimate. There is a video of him. He was asked, is Joey Bribes legitimate? Which means legal, which means did he thoroughly win? And he said, yes. Mr. President, he can't be fighting on your side. He literally thinks you lost. What are you talking about? You don't research these people. He's not strong on it. He's not fighting for voter integrity. He's fighting for quite the opposite. I got fired up today. I was just so irritated that the president of the United States, who duly got elected, doesn't even know about this guy because his advisors, quote and unquote, the people that call themselves his advisors, they come in, Mr. President, I have a list of amazing patriots that I believe you would love to endorse. Mr. President, just give me the word and I'll send you the list. And here's the list. Like this man, he gets ready, he starts typing the list, right? He starts typing his list of people Trump should endorse. Keep in mind, he's excited. He's absolutely amazing. Please, Mr. President, endorse these people. Endorse them. Endorse. This is how. No, I'm serious. If Liz Cheney didn't do this to herself, you have my full and total endorsement. If Liz Cheney shut her mouth, Liz Cheney is a strong fighter. She's stronger than. Shut up, man. I'm sorry. Trump's not good at endorsing people. Like, someone should take his phone away whenever he puts these messages out. Like, this is the list. This is the list, Mr. President, of all the strong patriots you should be endorsing. He endorsed Brian Kemp. Look, and did Brian Kemp fool all of us? Of course he did. He fooled us, man. Yeah. I went to Arizona. I was in the room with Liz Harris and them, and I asked, hey, how many of you here voted for the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, and you are now trying to recall them? And almost all their hands went up. So yeah, people have gotten fooled at some point. Not me, mother zuckers. I'll never vote. Yeah, I'm so cool. I'd rather just see the country get destroyed than vote. Yeah, no. They all put their hands up. We've all been deceived. We're not perfect. All of us are imperfect. But you can't tell me that it's a coincidence that this man keeps endorsing swamp creatures, because he has swamp creatures giving him advice. They know each other. They know each other. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham. These are people he endorsed. I'm not joking here. He endorsed Lindsey Graham. He endorsed Mitt Romney. But if people just did their research, but it's not even about him endorsing them. I'm sure all these people would have won. Not Liz Cheney. That one's a joke. If he did his research, he wouldn't endorse Mitch McConnell. If he was just. I think it's because the swamp creatures around him tell him, Mr. President, if you endorse Mitch McConnell, he'll be on your side. If you pick his wife for Secretary of Transportation, she couldn't walk herself a mile if she could. Nah, what kind of Secretary of Transportation is this? What's going on here? Nah, this Secretary of Transportation, she would need a whole cargo car to drive her from point A to point B. She's packing weight. But bring her in because she's married to Mitch McConnell, so you can have political influence. What would you rather have? Political influence with Mitch McConnell or just strong patriots that are fighting? I don't know. I'd rather have strong patriots that are fighting. People are asking me if the aliens abducted me. No. The aliens did not abduct me. So yes, the president is wrong about Drew. This guy doesn't even think he won. And Trump's over here saying he's fighting for me. No, he's not. He's not fighting for you. Come on. No, he's not. Okay, so here's my message on Telegram. Okay, here's my message on Telegram. I went off. By the way, the Telegram link is in the description. I was like, President Trump. Oh, no, General Flynn reposted my message, but my message is actually over here. For him to suggest that Drew McKissick is actively fighting voter is just a slap in the face to the people that are actively fighting it. Mr. President, here's a list of people actually fighting. Liz Harris. I was just brainstorming people that came in my head. Josh Barnett, Lynn Wood, Nick Moseder, CanCon, Sidney Powell, Dave Jose, Gail Golek, Mike Lindell, Leah Hobbs. I spoke to her today. Marilyn Todd, Ken Earing, Sonny Borelli, Mark Fincham, Bill Bailey, Matt DePerno, Candace Taylor. Did I put Mike Lindell again? I put Mike Lindell again. General Flynn, Patrick Byrne, Steve Robertson, Shelby Bush, Susan. Oh, if there's Susan out there, I was putting her name because she traveled from Massachusetts to Wyndham. And I put Don Riddell. I didn't know General Flynn was going to repost, so their names are here. That's cool, huh? So sometimes so General Flynn edited the message. Don't worry, he tagged me in it. But when I forwarded this, I forwarded it like this. he said, President Trump, sometimes it's better when you don't endorse. Not everyone is worthy of your endorsement. You are being poorly advised. Pretty much saying you have rhinos giving you advice on these rhino politicians, and your endorsement of the South Carolina GOP chairmanship is at the top of that list. This guy cares less about you and pretty much said so during an interview. He said you didn't win. Yeah. Hold on. Let me zoom in here. So, Mr. President, here's a list of people fighting. Just General Flynn, man, it's so cool. Liz Harris, he puts the same message, and he even adds more. God will use the insignificant people, us deplorables, irredeemables, or all of us chumps, according to Joe, to bring sudden and massive change. Don't worry, Mr. President. None of us are imperfect. We don't expect you to be either. We still have your back because you stood up for the country in the face of an onslaught of Marxists and communists, and we the people will not relent nor ever give up our beautiful country, the United States of America. It feels great when General Flynn, it's pretty much an op-ed. Like me and General Flynn are pretty much, look at him, man, reposting what I said. This is amazing, and that's his message. So, yeah, no, Trump, stop endorsing these people. Stop. It's weird. Stop coming out and saying, this guy's fighting for you. He's not. You know, I always say this, you know, why do you think Ronald Reagan had Bush Sr. in his cabinet as vice president? Why was that the case? Why do you think that was? You know, why? Nate, give me one good reason. Was he just overqualified? He could have had anyone else. Ronald Reagan didn't really have a foot in politics. He would give speeches like he did in the 60s, but it's not like he was actively like in the swamp. So why did he hire a swamp creature, a warmonger? It's because of the establishment. The GOP establishment managed to just always get their establishment creatures that are tied with big corporations to be alongside any incoming president. That's an outsider. The Democrat Party will never have a populist president because they're all about identity politics. The only last populist president they had was JFK, and I'm pretty sure he'd be considered a right-wing conspiracy theorist if he was still alive. JFK, that is. But that was the last Democrat populist president that everyone liked because of his policies. This guy went to the United Nations and said, screw globalism, a middle finger to globalism. That was the last one for the Democrat Party. It's easier for a populist to become a nominee in the Republican Party because the values just need to be conservative values. And you just need to be charismatic, and Republican voters will vote for you. Or you could be Mitt Romney, and no charisma, no personality, just be a boring bum. So long as you're not considered a Muslim, then they'd vote for you. You don't need to have a good history. Mitt Romney could get millions of votes. There was nothing good about him. I don't understand how people thought he was good at anything. I mean, he got his black eye, so he's part of the black eye club. But Ronald Reagan came in and they attached a bunch of swamp creatures next to him. That's what they usually do to keep you in check. To have someone inside that's constantly listening to your conversations that you trust or think you should trust, but in reality, they have billions of other interests. They have all these different pins on Pinterest. See what I did there? Pinterest, interest. Okay. And that's the same thing they did to President Trump, a populist president, a real outsider, even more so than Ronald Reagan. Although he knew politicians, he never ran for any office. Only office he ran to was his office at the Trump Tower in New York, in Manhattan. So they attached a bunch of swamp creatures to him. It started off well. He had General Flynn, a real outsider, someone that loved America, a real patriot, the people's general. And guess what? But he took Mike Pence with him. General Flynn knew too much. They had to get him out somehow. And a certain vice president made sure that was possible. But you had Mike Pence, an establishment creature. It's not just about how long you've been serving. Serving. Serving? No. How long you've been taken from the people you thieves. You'd steal a living. Imagine having politician in your bio. You useless bum. You couldn't find a job, so you decided to become a professional liar and make promises you can't keep. Politicians. Hate all of them. Would never imagine anyone cool being a politician. The best politicians are businessmen and women that decided to become politicians or just serve their country. So, yeah, they attached an establishment creature like Pence. And alongside him, they brought a bunch of cabinet members. Trump didn't know everyone in politics. He didn't know who to trust and who to not trust. You think if you go back in time, tell Trump, oh, Pence is going to betray you, he would have believed you. No, he would have been like, oh, no, Pence is doing a good job. He's a Christian man. And he's amazing. And yeah, he doesn't touch women because of Me Too. And because he doesn't like them. Wonder if he touches his own wife. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions here. That whistleblower sounded pretty convincing to me, but he got Pence in his circle. He got Rod Rosenstein, one of the only attorneys Obama didn't fire. Why do you think that was? You literally picked an Obama lover, Rosenstein, to be your AG. And that same AG backstabbed you with this stupid Mueller thing, which you knew was a waste of time, but your AG brought it upon you. Imagine if Rudy Giuliani was the attorney general, or Sidney Powell, someone real. You know, Sidney was one of the best prosecutors in the whole country. It's weird how all these great lawyers and prosecutors and mayors and governors all became conspiracy theorists as soon as November 3rd hit. It's like they all just became crazy. It's weird. It's really weird, huh? I don't think it's a coincidence, though. So, yeah, that's what they do. That's why we have this situation with Trump. Granac, the destroyer from New Zealand. Hey, man, my wife and I have been watching you all the way in New Zealand. Your updates are crucial for people like us trying to wake up the sheep. Yeah, I was actually with a friend today. She's a sheep too. Oh, she was wearing a mask. Oh, I almost died, man. I almost died. She was wearing a mask. Ugh. I wanted to slap the mask off, but I forgot she was a woman, so I couldn't equally slap her as I would slap a man. You know, that would not. Damn, I just said that on YouTube. Do I have a filter? No, I don't have a filter. I'm sorry. You get exactly what I'm thinking in my head. Sorry. I never thought of slapping. I wouldn't slap anyone for wearing a face diaper, okay? I'd go straight to the Second Amendment. Got to get rid of the sheep. The right to keep and to destroy sheep shall not be infringed. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we're all trying to wake up some sheep here. And I understand where you're coming from in New Zealand. Chris, thank you so much for money. The RNC, the Republican National Convention, installed Pence on the ticket. Christy Lynette, thank you for the promo. My second channel and my Telegram are in the description. Mark Levin for AG. Oh, I know this guy. He's the guy on Fox, right? I'll be honest. I don't watch TV. I didn't know who. Like, I don't like personally. I've never watched Sean Hannity. Don't care. I don't gain anything by watching TV. I didn't know who Laura Ingraham was until the election. Dan Bonky, don't know these people, man. These people are irrelevant to me. Tucker was amazing. Yeah, of course everyone knows who Tucker is. But yeah, yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't watched TV in almost 6-7 years, man. Who watches TV? Sits down? I used to pay for TV, but I never, I called Xfinity. I was like, I'm paying for TV. And I was like, I've never watched TV, man. What do you mean I'm paying for TV with my package? They're all confused because I apparently included the TV package. I didn't just ask for the internet. They had to refund my money. I didn't watch it. I'm not watching no TV. I'm sorry. I don't watch the news, man. The news is horrible. I think I watch independent news now. So, this Mark guy, I'm guessing he's an attorney, right? Most of you probably don't watch the news. So yeah, Lin Wood is great. I met this guy in person. And if you actually meet Lin Wood in person, you won't believe how cool this dude is. I mean, Lin's the definition of just a cool guy, I thought I was amazing. Wait till you meet Lin. He's real. And by real, I mean, what he's telling you, you could tell he believes it. It's not like he's a scum just sitting there trying to win you over to some argument. He's telling you like it is, literally, like his telegram says. He speaks truth. So when I met Lin Wood, and I would never. If Lin did something stupid, man, I'd make a video saying he did something stupid real fast. Just like calling out President Trump for constantly endorsing dummies. It's fine, That just shows we're not deluded. If Joey Bribes kept endorsing dummies, the left would eat it up. But we're all sensible. We know Trump's not good at endorsing people because we can see that they never actually support him whenever it comes to it. They're not real. The people he endorses thinking they're fighting for him, they're never going to fight for him. And, for example, these governor candidates that he keeps endorsing, he keeps going with the establishment candidates, man. There isn't a single difference. Watch, he's going to endorse Caitlyn Jenner next. Bruce, shut up, George. Caitlyn is a female that grew up female. Bruce is a dude that's confused. I wouldn't be surprised if he endorses Bruce. But Bruce is everything. It's easy to be a conservative. You just have to believe women are women and men are men. That's easy. I could check. Most people check all those boxes. But the thing is, how do you fight? When it comes down to it, where we need you to turn up and just fight for us and be for the people. When the backroom deals start, taunting you and just being in your face like pixie dust, just showing up and going and taunting you and tempting you, what are you going to do? That's my question. What are you going to do? So, yeah, no, the statements are coming from his channel. Lin Wood was the one to come out with the news about Dumb Onion getting $4 million from China, like he says, UBS Securities. I remember that night he was tweeting about it. Yeah, the reason I respect Lin Wood so much is this guy's just like what does he gain by saying the things he says? Oh, he gets disbarred. What a nice reward. No, he doesn't gain anything. It could be that he's just fighting for God. He's fighting for what he believes in. He's fighting because God is with him. And I met him. You'll know when someone's with God. And I knew immediately this guy, he carries the Holy Spirit. Okay. You could tell that too, because people that expose the truth, right? A lot of the times they're doing it out of panic, or not panic, but they use fear, and they're loud and they're obnoxious. They're telling you all these things, and they're trying to just get in your head and scare you into believing them, and then ultimately following them. But the thing with Lin Wood is he's a happy guy. He's funny. He's happy. That's the difference between someone that has the Spirit of the Lord and someone that's just boring. See, God has a sense of humor. People don't know that. God used David to defeat Goliath, because it's a better story. No one wants to hear how, oh, David was an experienced king and he beat Goliath. That's boring. Oh, David was a shepherd, a simple shepherd, and he beat this warmonger, Goliath. That's a boring story, right? So God has a sense of humor, and you can see it in his children that they also have a sense of humor. Lynn is funny in ridiculous ways, man. He's funny. He's a great guy. Yeah. Apart from his dogs, what? I don't know what else he talked about except Jesus. He talked about his dogs, some corruption, but mostly, maybe 60, 70% of the times, it was Jesus, God, Jesus, God, Jesus, God. Harvest, second harvest, it's coming. Yeah, second harvest, second harvest. More souls saved, Jesus, heaven. And that's when you know you're meeting a real person. But 𝐒𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍 over here, this guy doesn't answer questions from the people. He avoids the debates. He doesn't go to any of them. He won't hand over the emails and the list of the delegates so the other candidates could speak to the delegates directly, which is illegal in South Carolina's law. And look, you'll know them by their fruits. Lindsey Graham. Would you say Lindsey Graham is a rhino? He's a convenient conservative, or would you say he's a fighter like Jim Jordan or Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert? Is he? No, he's a guy. He's an establishment politician who says the right things but does all the unnecessary things and sells out his people. They're bringing Atlantic City to South Carolina, I'm hearing. Man, I sound like Linwood. Every lie will be revealed. He says lie. It's crazy, man. You ever just hear words that make you go, wow, thank you. He says lie. It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce Jenner has zero experience. True. But she is a confused man-woman. Wouldn't it be crazy if some of the same people complicit in JFK are also either directly or, obviously, the DS, man. The CIA. Yeah, them. Rhino. There we go. That's the word. Julie, you're in my chat a lot. Don't you have a show with Bill Bailey? Oh yeah, I was watching that. Bill Bailey's such a Bill's name. Oh, I forgot to include Julie in my list of people fighting for integrity. Forgot to include a lot of people, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Forgot to include everyone I met in Georgia that's fighting. Okay, it's just the people that came off the top of my head at the time. But Julie Green and Bill Bailey and CanCon had a show. Bill texted me and said, George, get me Julie Green's contact. No, it's weird because he screenshotted his number. Oh, never mind. He didn't do that. Bill, I'm sorry. You didn't screenshot your number and send it to me, even though I already knew your number. You didn't do that. Dirtbox Stingray is what Homeland Security is doing. They're watching this audit just because this is secure on these grounds. These systems have a 20-mile radius and manipulate electronics. Whew, man. Yes, I just read up opportunist. Yeah, Lindsey Graham is an opportunist Republican. So is Vernon Jones. Look, look, I don't have any issues with Vernon Jones, right? Oh, you became a Democrat and you changed. But I just have a question. I really have a question. Oh, now they're saying he's facing history of misconduct towards women. Of course, he was a Democrat, so it never mattered. Now you're bringing out a Me Too thing. My thing with Vernon Jones is he's 60 years old. You know, he's been in politics. But don't you need a longer period of time to genuinely convert from? It's not like he's not going to vote for some liberal bills. We need new people in here's how the founding fathers envisioned it. They would need to beg people to run for office. They were begging George Washington to be in office. This guy didn't want to be president. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to serve and leave after 2 terms. You don't become a congressman and then you become a senator. You shouldn't be building your way up, because you should just go serve, leave. Leave after 2 terms. Leave. Go home. This is how it should be. Go build your business. Stop. That's why I'm not, I think I'm just tired of the same, I've heard the conservative talk points. Mitch McConnell could convince you to vote for him. Oh, I love Second Amendment. Yeah, Second Amendment. Yeah, protect jobs. That's it. That's all he needs to tell conservatives, and they'll vote for him. Because look, this is why we're in this situation. Conservatives control Michigan's legislature, but Michigan's legislature is corrupt. Wisconsin's legislature is corrupt. Pennsylvania's legislature is corrupt. Georgia's legislature is corrupt. Is it really the Democrats' fault? Or is it the Republicans for voting in the same corrupt leaders for 2 decades? It's called, I don't remember the rule in psychology, but it's where if you see enough of the same thing, you just start associating it with something. If the same people are always getting voted for, it's just, that's what you keep getting. You keep getting the same names. You get their daughter, Liz Cheney, why is Liz Cheney? You get my point. I'm just tired of establishment politicians. Oh, confirmation bias, my guy. Yeah, that's good. Confirmation bias. That's what it is in psychology. Now, let me look up the actual definition of confirmation bias so you don't hear it from me. Confirmation bias. So confirmation bias is a tendency to interpret new evidence as confirmation of one's existing beliefs or theories. So is a tendency to search for, right? So you're searching for the same names, favor the same names, and get the same information. So you voted for them because you had a certain feeling. They told you something that was so nice. You went to a rally of theirs. So you're going to vote for them again because it's how they made you feel, not what they did. It's really weird. I love cranberry juice. It's so good. You ever drink so much water you just feel good? Yeah, see? Man, why am I so thirsty? I love water. Sorry, did I stop the show? Research gaslighting. Research gaslighting. You pronounce his name wrong. Bill, you did not go there. No, it's not William. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, William, man, you did not go there. Drew McKiss. I can't say that. I can't say that. I actually don't swear in real life. Sheila, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. God will bless those who bless Israel and curse those who curse Israel. I mean, that's biblical. Israel is God's nation. This is God's country. Drew cannot screw. Man, the amount of emojis. Drew cannot screw my state. We really need Lynn. Cry, 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 cry. Gruesome. Oh, wow. I didn't come up with that. Gruesome. Gavin Gruesome. Oh, Osama bin Newsom. Gavin Gruesome. It's a good one. Versus Jen in California is just sick. Happy Mother's Day. Love you, Mom. God is real. Is your mama an atheist? I have a problem with this standing argument. Every single citizen in this country has standing. Our vote has been compromised. I want to join a lawsuit. I don't care which state it is. Susan, there was a class action lawsuit which got dismissed. Thank goodness. You know, you just have to try different avenues. I'd imagine the more truth we keep finding, the easier it is we have standing. You know, and a lot of these judges, what they meant by standing was this is a state issue, because a lot of these cases were going to federal courts. These cases were getting filed in federal courts. So they kept saying they had no standing because it was a state issue. And then they go to the state. And then, yeah, it's a really weird thing that went on. It's really weird, Susan. But hopefully when we can get new lawsuits that come out. And also, I got some important information from Pennsylvania, but you know, I'm waiting for some facts to hit my phone, then I can share it. Because you know, it's weird how you think nothing's happening, but there's so much happening, but it looks like nothing's happening until you get a big old story. Audit starts. You know, no one knew the Arizona thing was happening till this level. Till right now, now they know. But a lot of people did not pay attention when it was really at the height of everything. So yeah. When General Flynn shares your message, it's probably the coolest thing ever. You know, the people's general. And I think what we're going to see is that God will use. CanCon keeps saying this. Nothing else matters until we go back and correct the abomination of November, as I call it now. You know, see how, you know, the Bible has the abomination of desolation. I have the abomination of November. The 2 a.m. drop loot box abomination. CanCon says nothing else will matter in the world until we address this. And this is important. We have to target only fixing 2020. That's all I care about. That's all I wake up caring about. It's not a coincidence. No, do you think it's a coincidence that this is the first time in history we're actually getting an audit like this? And I believe this audit will, there'll be a big party in Arizona, which I'll be going to. I hope it's like a January 6th kind of thing, man. Peacefully and patriot, insurrection. But I think they will, you know, the Arizona legislature keep coming out and saying, this isn't about changing anything. I'm like, dude, if we find out what actually happened, do you think you'll have a choice? You think you'll sit there and we'll give you a choice? No, you won't get a choice. So what does gaslighting mean? I actually don't know what that means. Does that mean like virtue signaling or making fun of, mocking? Gaslighting, manipulate by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. Oh. In the first episode, Karen, of course, always a Karen Valentine is being gaslighted by her husband. That's what Google's saying. Oh, yeah, they're doing that. they're making us sound crazy. We're crazy for doing audits, and they're beautiful for thinking, you know, taping windows at audit sites. I'd vote John James. He won the Senate. You know that, right? He got the Senate. JJ got the Senate so easily. We know what happened in Michigan. We know what they did. Victor Johnson, thank you for the super sticker. How many people have sent the certified mail that Jovan, sorry, messed up his name. Wow. I don't know. Jovan suggested we email him instead. Wiki gaslighting. You know, that's true. There is a pandemic of gaslighting going on. Oh, where's all the ballots now? Oh, yeah. They moved it, man. There's a graduation happening from today to the 20th where the audit will resume. But here's what's happening if you wanted to know. You have these cameras aren't available because there's nothing there. And they're just showing these trucks that are locked up. They're more than secure. They're, no one can open this. And they're in a, I was actually thinking this would be less secure. I thought they just put the boxes somewhere and just leave them there. But yeah, this is secure, man. I hope they have security there, at least 10 officers around the premises protecting this place. But we have video surveillance 24/7. It's good. I thought they got through to 500,000, analyzing 500,000. That's what they Google. Let me not act like I don't know this. It would be 25%. And guess what? The first few days, maybe the first week or so of the audit, we didn't have 47 tables. We didn't have double the workers. We didn't have another shift. So I imagine the process is going to go quicker. But someone was telling me they're not going to get done in time because they're analyzing only 1,000 a day. I'm like, no. So they did 500,000 ballots already. And now we'll see the rest get done in the next 3 weeks. So, I see a security guy right there. I think that's the AZ Rangers guy. It's good, We have a lot of security, most secure audit in history. So after that, they'll get the next batch done. I'm guessing that's going to, it's not like, so they didn't work yesterday, or they did. No, they didn't work yesterday. Yeah. Well, no, they did. So that would have been 13 plus 7, 20 days of work. And then take out 5 or 6 days where it was really slow. Or the first day, just take out the first day. So it's 19 days actually, because the first day they did nothing really. I mean, they looked at the test ballots and that was about it. And then they just moved on. Thing about the next day after that, they started picking up more pace, getting into the rhythm of things. And then, 500,000 have been analyzed so far. 500,000, that's really good. That means images and all these other things. But what's also happening is they're finding discrepancies. What do I mean by that? So the box that records the chain of custody would say, there's 165 ballots in here. There's only 130. So that's what they're experiencing, and it's happening a lot, which is either poor recording by the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, or, ladies and gentlemen, we are in to find some new totals. Oh yeah, I see 2 security guards. As soon as I see 3. Saw 3 security. As soon as I say there should be security in here all the time, they walk in. Someone's watching the stream. Like, yeah, do what Behizzy said. What he said. Do it. Make the lie big enough. Make it simple. Keep saying it, and eventually they will believe you. German guy with a silly mustache. Is that Hitler that said that? Wow. Adolfo Hillary said that. Thank you, OTR driver. What's OTR? Is Julie Green still here? Julie Green's Miss Takeover. She's taking over. It's not about money or power. It's about the right thing. Cheaters never prosper. We, the people, have to make sure this will never happen again. Those involved in the shenanigans will be held accountable. I just had to add that part in. Ah, over the road. Look at you guys. That's what OTR means. My brain's not that quick. Is Neil Johnson here too? What, Neil? What's up, man? What's up, Neil Johnson? Oh, Neil. Oh, I forgot Neil's name. I forgot Neil. Neil, look, man. Nick I called Nick. Nick was like a fanboy. He's like a big fanboy of General Flynn. And, you know, when General Flynn's supporter of Linwood be his, he says, and he reposts my message. And this is all the people I mentioned: Liz, Josh Barnett, Linwood, Nick, Mo Cedar, CanCon, Sidney Powell, David Jose, Gail Golek, Mike Liddell, Leah Hops, Marilyn Todd, New Hampshire, Ken Earing, New Hampshire. I forgot Tom. Sorry, Tom. Is Susan in here anywhere? Hey, Neil, if you could tell Susan. I put her name in here because I posted this on my Telegram. I didn't think General Flynn would share it. So General Flynn knows who Susan is, and Don Riddell. Isn't it cool when General Flynn reposts something of yours? It's amazing, huh? God will use the insignificant people to bring sudden change. He added words to it, though. Like, I didn't say that when I said it. This is what I actually said. Actually, let me read what I said, because some people don't have Telegram. I started off with a video of Drew McKiss saying Joey bribes is totally legitimate. So that's a video of him saying that. And I said, someone tell President Trump to actually research the people he keeps endorsing. His greatest failure is the endorsements he hands out, because these swamp creatures around him, known as advisors, are friends with all these people. What he doesn't know about Drew McKiss in South Carolina is that Drew is on video acknowledging Joey bribes being legitimate. Drew and Lindsay are on the verge of making Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the next Atlantic City, with the casino deals being made. Drew McChicken also ignored all questions and debates for this position and won't disclose any delegate list to any of the other candidates. Illegal. On top of that, he doesn't want the convention in person, which leaves great room for cheating. Don't forget, South Carolina has the most progressive Republican legislature in the country as well. I be honest, like I don't know if I cared this much about South Carolina. I mean, they're fine. I should care about Colorado, maybe, where I actually live. Trump should stop endorsing rhinos that support him only for his endorsements like Beijing Mitt Romney, Brian CCP Kemp, Doug Douchebag. I know for a fact he doesn't sit there and research these people. Linwood is the right man for South Carolina, because without Lynn, many people would not have been so aware of the abomination of November. Lynn donated hard cash to support the exposure of the corruption, and he sued the state of Georgia. It's weird. Linwood went on camera and said, he asked Kelly Wolfler and David Bordeaux to ask Brian CCP Kemp to postpone and call a special session of the Georgia legislature and postpone the runoffs so they could look at November. They didn't do that. Vernon Jones never advocated for it. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. Drew, on the other hand, is answering more questions from the mainstream media than from members of his own party. Linwood was widely known as the best defamation lawyer in this country. This man risked his reputation to fight the fraud. What? Oh, I just said it out loud. My Telegram is so savage. Is Linwood perfect? No. Are you? But I know for a fact that man has done more to fight the V word than Mr. Miss Kiss Kiss, who doesn't even believe it happened. This guy, he said Joey Bribes is legitimate, which is the biggest insult to my face. Having met Linwood in person, he is a genuine man of God. Yeah, man of God. That's how he says it. It's weird. I'm a Linwood fan. I'm a fanboy. If you want to judge a man, look at their enemies. Linwood's enemies: CNN, Newsweek, MSNBC, MSDNC, MSNBC, MSNBS, Big Tech, Drew McChicken's and enemies. Debates, questions from party members, conspiracy theorists that want audits. That he called them wackadoodlers or whatever he called them. Jennifer says, better speak to me tonight. Did I not speak to you? I'm sorry. Warriors and angels. Oh, Trump definitely endorsed Cocaine Mitch. He did. He did too. You get my point. Apart from his Maxine propaganda, Maxine Waters propaganda, Trump should also stop the endorsement propaganda. For him to suggest that Drew McKiss is actively fight. Yeah, that's what Trump's message said. He is strong on this. No, he's not, Mr. President. No, he's not. Don't say that. For him to suggest that Drew McKiss is actively fighting the V word is just a slap in the face of the people that are actively fighting the V word. Mr. President, here's a list of people actually fighting the V word. All these people. These people wake up every day, draw strength from the Lord, and fight against big tech. Corrupt state officials, local officials, the DS, the swamp, to ensure that the truth gets out about the November. I've seen it in person. It's a slap in the face to all of you and these people when President Trump thinks people like Drew Kiss are fighting for him when compared to my list. As they say in the South, bless his heart on this issue. God will use the insignificant people to bring sudden and massive change. If anything, this should prove to you that Trump is just as unaware of the grassroots fight as most supporters. While he's praising the Arizona legislature for taking action, he probably doesn't get briefed on these facts. They wanted to do a sample audit, but your voice demanded they do a 150% comprehensive audit. They didn't want to use Jovan, but your voice demanded they use Jovan. They didn't want to include the machines, but your voice demanded they subpoena that as well. He'll know soon, because the same great patriots that made this audit possible, God's servants, will be in Arizona when the results come out to call for, can't say that on YouTube, decertification. The People's General agrees with me. And that's the title of my show. Thanks, General Flynn. You gave me a great title today. When you get go to Dave's channel and watch his show from tonight, I will. I'll try. People are saying bikers for Behizzy. Bikers for Behizzy. Why are people waiting on God to take action when it's supposed to? Nah. Because the Lord has said he will. I don't know how you think people would do this without God, you know? And this is supposed to be divine interaction. Israel's getting bombed right now. That's literally the biggest. Lord, if there's ever a moment to intervene in any situation in the world, it's when Israel's getting bombed. So we're pulling out. You know, the troops are coming out. 120 troops. They're not pulling out of Afghanistan. They'd act like the police there. But God forbid we help Israel. I mean, this is the moment for God to step in the whole world. Bikers for Behizzy. Oh, no. Hello, Beatrice. What did Dave Jose say? I'm not watching a 2-hour video, guys. you think I could sit there and watch a 2-hour video? I have a short attention span, man. You can't keep me interested for anything for more than 2 minutes, man. Me, ask Nick Moseder. I'm on the phone with this guy. He starts telling me about his life, his wife. I'm like, dude, I don't like. Let's talk about election audits because I don't care. I hope your wife's doing well. I don't care though. Hope your son comes out great. Yeah, but what's happening in Pennsylvania, man? We get an audit soon. That's all I care about. Can't keep my attention, so I'm not watching a 2-hour stream. I can't wait that long. Oh no, I mean, Nick, your son, so cool. But the show Dave and Josh Barnett and Candace Taylor did is great. You know, I was speaking with Candace and I was like, you know, I don't want you to make this campaign just about, winning governor of Georgia. You know, I want you to make this something different, more maybe. And I was like, we have to put some effort into fixing November. She was like, yeah, in the Southern accent. I took exactly what she said to work, and by God's grace, Josh Barnett was also looking to start looking at Georgia, and now we're here. Hopefully it moves in the way. I find it so ironic that people are quick to blame God for all the bad, but put faith and praise in themselves to accomplish the impossible battles. We will win, but only due to the favor and grace of God. Yeah, that's true. You know, if God wasn't working, you don't understand. I mean, you do. You probably do. Most of you, 99% of you do. But you know, people see the victory, but they don't see the process, right? I think that's a big problem. They see the big picture, but they don't see the little details in the picture. They see that, it's about November, but they don't see how it happened and who was at play. So in their minds, they're expecting something to change the big picture without actually changing each individual detail in the picture, which would ultimately change the picture. Have you hooked up with Hillary Hill? No, I think she's married. That's a joke. I needed to keep a straight face. It made it funnier that way. We have to keep up the pressure. Yeah, no, Hillary, I don't think I have. It's in God's time. It's bigger than an election. Yeah. Yeah, but it is bigger than it is. I mean, Time Magazine's sitting over here saying corporations, world leaders, not just world leaders, world leaders too, local leaders came to change laws and systems in order to accomplish the goal of ousting someone important. Facebook admitted it. CNN said this is what we wanted to do. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I think we're fighting a different battle. We thought we were fighting for November, when in reality, we were fighting the whole swamp. We're fighting corruption that's lasted for hundreds of years. People that have kept their secrets intact. And now all of a sudden, we want to expose their deeds and their ways and methodologies. We want to just expose that now after they've been fined for hundreds of years. Wow. I want to talk about the fire we can bring to Ann Edwards. Who's Ann Edwards, man? Y'all really just put some names in my mind. Who is Ann Edwards? I probably should know who they are. Oh, the state of New Hampshire. Oh, the Associate Attorney General. Yeah, there's some stuff there. Go on Nick Moseder's channel and check that out. Oh, yeah. I mean, in 10 days, we should be finding out whether or not we get access to that paper in Georgia. And I'm not talking about the Zuckerberg money. Okay, that's different paper. I'm talking about the paper bats, man. The mail-in, the 100, is it 20,000 or 137,000 mail-in that happened in Georgia? We'll find out, man. What happened in Fulton County? That judge should definitely hand Garland Favorito those pieces of paper. I think it's just beautiful how things are just happening from these weird angles everywhere, you know? Oh, you didn't subscribe to Neil Johnson yet? I'm disappointed in you, Jessica Cody. Neil Johnson, Neil Johnson has my Trump needs an endorsement commission. For real. I mean, you wanted to have an election commission. He might as well have an endorsement commission, since his endorsements seem to backstab him every day. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just incredibly odd. How he keeps endorsing the same swamp creatures. Yeah, Fulton County is 130K plus. Yeah, Garland Favorito's claim with 4 affidavits, or I think it's more, is that, you know, there's 20,000 not real ones in Fulton County. And he's going to use Jovan for that. I mean, we have it on video. He said it. If he does it, I know where you live, Garland. Remember when I called you while I was in Georgia trying to get you down to the event? Yeah. Oh, I need to connect them too. And then her campaign can donate to Garland. And then she could hold the picture saying she donated to Garland. That's great PR, right? It was actually 700,000, Jim. It was 700,000, not 500,000. It was actually more. It's crazy. Where is 𝐒𝐲? Right here. That's what you meant. Isn't it weird what moment in time are you watching this? Some people, are you going back and watching the video from the beginning? Because I always see these comments and they're late. Either you're typing this on some Internet Explorer. Yeah, Atlanta is in Fulton County. Yeah, that's what it is. So they're getting the mail-in. Garland's lawsuit, the whole premise of it is there is 20,000 not real ones out of the 130,000 mail-in Fulton County. Oh, that's his claim. He has to go to court and prove that. And if there is, then the judge has to say, oh, these have to be tossed out. So, yeah, I think we'll see what happens. 10 days, we'll know if they can get access to that paper. It seems like the judge was open to it, and he gave them the images first, but they can't find anything from the images because the claim is that the physical paper has an issue. It's fake. So that's where we're going to, audit, figure it out. Whatever number it is, it is. It's weird. Most people don't even know that court case is going on. It's kind of weird. The Garland Favorito thing was one of the last cases that survived. And this judge is actually he allowed him to have discovery. And the next phase in discovery is to get access, and this audit happens. This could literally change Georgia. Like, just literally. It literally will. Turns out, wow, you said there was 130,000 that was mailed. Ooh, it was only 100,000. Oh, it was only 80,000. That's a huge claim. Oh. This is live. You're not Will H, okay? You're not going to do the whole thing that Will H does. That guy is just a bank account. He's a Joe Biden bank account. Just some big numbers. As much as I'm pulling for the truth, I'm not reading the rest of this. Thanks for the money, though. You're pretty much denouncing God's influence. I'm not drinking tea. It's cranberry juice because I'm actually a fanatic into cranberry juice. Watch the last 15 minutes. Dave said we could use your help with this. What's my help? What did Dave text me on Signal? This guy uses Signal. He thinks he's safe from the FBI. He's not. They actually took control of Signal a long time ago. So it's not like they can't find him. It wouldn't be too hard, I don't imagine. What's this ongoing thing? I don't know who this is that you're blocking. I don't know. I should probably look at the chat more, huh? Demonetize content, which is what I'm trying to do today. Just read the chat more. My big mug is here. It's never. I can't drink water now. Oh, I'll be hazy. Sure, is drinking water. Expose the truth. Yeah. I'll see what Dave needs. Will we see any justice from the deletion of the 70 gigabyte? Yeah, I'm assuming they recovered it because they were using a recovery tool, and it looked like they recovered it, which is why they would leak it. So the world knows that's what they did. I mean, this whole bull crap about that password. I know they can get into those systems. They can get into those systems. It's not a coincidence. They can actually easily, effortlessly get into those administrative. They don't even need the passwords. If you could factory reset your phone, look, they're white hat hackers. They're good ones, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, they're good ones. The paper cannot be corrupted. Yeah, the images can be bleached, but the paper cannot, which is why everywhere you look, they do not want you having access to the paper. They will fight you. They will shoot you. Just God forbid you have access to the paper. Sure, Google has the password. No, it's Dominion. They have it. I'm not seeing this guy's comments, man. What's this Keaton guy doing? I don't see his comments. So I'm really confused what's going on. I sent $30. Oh, IX. Sorry, I'm actually know how to. Some people are like Ajax. No, it's IX. Slam Goody. Yeah, actually, I say words the way they should be said. I'm actually a linguistical genius. I have 10 PhDs. One of them is in scientific linguistics. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, if you could do that and still get in a phone, you could even. So what I was trying to say was, you can factory reset a phone, even if it's locked, and you'd get in that phone. And in that same way, you could do the same thing, but you don't need to factory reset it. You just go into the mainframe, delete the passwords or any fields for it, and get in. Now, that's what I was thinking. Or just hack the demonic systems company and just find their passwords. There were over. Yeah, it's not the end of the show yet. We don't pray yet. We'll pray at the end. See, I don't want to pray and then say some crazy things, and it just ruins the prayer. Do you make your bed as soon as you wake up? Oh, that's actually a great question. No, I do it as soon as I wake up. Do you think I just think, oh, oh, I'm about to start a live show. Let me make it up. No, I can't. I used to think it was a task. And then I watched this one video of this general. I love these generals, man. All these General Flynn, General this, General. Whenever they tell you anything, you just want to do it. This general told me to make my bed. I used to think it was, why would I do it if I'm going to just sleep like at night again? What's the point? And then I realized it's actually fun. It's ridiculously fun. Who knew just going on the other side and making sure those the sheets are tight, and then you got to pull them up, and then you got to do it. Like, I know it takes time and it takes careful thought. I just love it. So I enjoy it now. I love that question because I always wanted someone to ask me that question in that way, but I never thought I needed someone to ask me. Nutty Nancy has the password in her freezer. That's a disrespect to nuts. It's a disrespect to nuts and crazy people out there. Yeah, but Nancy Pelosi. It's hilarious how people don't know this, but they didn't take the Senate. I mean, the Senate. I don't understand why the Republican National Convention is so quiet on this audit. Wouldn't it prove that the Senate was retained? They probably took the House. I mean, John James, the two people in Georgia. I think. I hope the Democrats won in Georgia. Thank God they did. Thank God, because I hate Kelly Wolf. Don't hate. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not hate your brother and your sister." Fair enough. Yeah, I highly don't like Kelly Wolfler. Woeful candidate. David Bordeaux, boring candidate. He just stands there and says, "I love guns." Kelly Wolfler says, "I'm going to fight for you." 2 days later, a lying piece of. I can't insult women. I'm all about equality, okay? Insulting women would mean that they are less, because equality means treating someone else different, right? That's what it means, because these days it's weird. Maria Hins. You know what's funny? I make all these women jokes. But that's 40% of my audience. So I don't know where I get this. Like, I don't actually understand it either. Like, do I not? Like, for example, like if 40% of my audience left me and didn't watch me anymore, well, bye. But you'd think that would make me go, oh, no, maybe I shouldn't say this. But I just love saying it. I love joking about things I shouldn't joke about. It's fun. It's fun. Try it sometimes. Nick, why is it when I'm scrolling down, I see your comment? Frank. Dude, that's not a person? I've been lied to my whole life. I thought you were sitting in front of a tree, because when you look at it from the small view, this thing that looks, you don't understand, people. Is this not you? So you're telling me that's just a picture but not a person? My brain's hurting. Nick, you don't have to say daddy's here. You don't have to say that. Ban the machines. I understand. Your logo is a German Shepherd, you mean? I don't know. Cool. I feel better making my bed right away when I get up every morning. Fair enough. It's just something I enjoy doing. It's not OCD. I don't imagine it's OCD. People are typing "Hail Wilf." I think CanCon's in my chat now too. Do y'all not have lives? You have wives and you should be busy. You should be busy, getting divorces and stuff. Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. The statistics, though, 75% of marriages end in divorce. Ooh. Get those prenups signed. I mean, everyone should sign it. Like, I would love for Linwood to just make Trump have to acknowledge him as South Carolina. Well, it's funny because Trump invited Linwood to his Oval Office. I think Trump knows what Linwood is saying is true. But I think if he was to endorse Linwood, I don't even understand why he's endorsing Drew McKissick. It's because Drew knows the people that advise Trump. Drew thinks he's going to lose, so he's calling in the president to endorse him. Trump should stop endorsing people that he has no idea about. Stop claiming Drew McKissick is fighting for integrity when this guy thinks he thinks you lost. Like, what do you mean he's fighting for you? He thinks you lost. You didn't. We know you didn't. You know you didn't. Linwood knows you didn't. What are you talking? We're not getting into it. Has all the evidence. Yeah, Mike has all the evidence. I mean, Dr. Frank was telling us, how, the documentaries, some of the people they use are really whistleblowers, and they're there to tell other people that were, complicit in this to step up. Mike's not wrong. We have all the evidence. IX, thank you so much. I consider you a friend. I would never do a call-in. Guys, I am not. Oh, CanCon's not doing a. He's not on my chat. I just saw something that looked like his face. Not his face, his avatar. No, I people say, why don't you do call-in? I'd be laughing at you if you said something stupid. I'd be whipping you if you said something stupid. No. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You're not. You can't talk to me normally like, oh, I'd be busy. I had this thought of mine that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, I'm not going to be listening, though. I could just lie and pretend I care, but I'll be honest. I have such a small attention span. I would not be listening to you. I'm just letting you know that in advance. That's why I can't do call-in show. Whoa, Tanya Henry. Wow. Enjoy your live chats. Shout out to my husband as I spend his money tonight. Vivian, I don't live in South Carolina. Lynn, if he paid for my flight, I would have. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Planes cost tickets, especially if I'm so special. I need I need 3 bodyguards. I need to be flying first class. I don't know. Hey, but yeah, man, another reason for divorce. Wife spends his money. Prenups. Sign that premarital agreement. Sorry. It's a joke. Like, I obviously don't believe you should sign that. I'm a soldier. Please give me respect. It seems like if I say more, you just give me more money. Hey, I didn't understand what you said. I actually genuinely didn't. I don't know what I would have said. Happy wife, happy life. Don't get banned from my chat. Someone time out Nick Moseder. This is such a Texas comment. God in Texas loves you. Like God and Texas. That's such a. I was born in Texas my whole life, and it's the love of my life message. It's a Texas message, man. Texas loves you. God and Texas. Oh. Ashley says, George. Yeah, what's up, Ashley? It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I can't do that. That's really spontaneous. I'm extremely spontaneous, but not that spontaneous. Booking a flight same day, South Carolina. Oh, Lynn, you won. Let me go back. Really spontaneous, huh? I see we dropped off like 200 viewers as soon as I said get those prenubs signed. Why not? Look at Bill Gates. Not only does he have to live with the depression, knowing that he's killing the world, he also, he's losing half his money. I mean, if we get married, you should not be coming out with $50 billion of my money. Like, we didn't build that while we were married. I'm just saying, like, it's like, isn't it important? Like, doesn't the Bible say, one of those people that uses the Bible to justify anything? And the Bible says, sign prenubs. Where, George? I don't know. It says, sign it right here. To Proverbs 2:55. That doesn't exist. I know, but it just says it. Just think it says it. You can live on love, not money. Nah, you can't live on love. You need money to buy a house. You don't need you can't buy a house with love. You can't buy a car with love. You can't buy your room, your furniture with love. You can't buy food. Love doesn't buy groceries. I could go love manager of the grocery store. That doesn't mean I'm going to be eating. I could go love Chick-fil-A all I want. That doesn't mean I'll be getting some chicken burgers. Like, that's not how it works. Love doesn't. No, I'm just honestly I'm saying exactly what people don't want to hear. If you figure out how to make a wife happy, please, Nick, let me know. Nick? What? Got kicked out of a biker gang picnic once. It's a long story. They called you a flower child. Not all women marry first money. Look, there is a woman out there that doesn't consider cash when she's married or marrying. That's that. You must be in India. I'm sorry, because that's come on. You're not gonna marry a dude making $12,000 a year. You're not. So I'm just saying, like, you're not. It's not like you're sitting there going, "Oh, I can't wait to marry Daniel over at McDonald's." Nah, you're thinking, does Daniel own McDonald's? That's what you're thinking about. And if you're not, then I don't think you're real, because human biology doesn't work like that. Doesn't the Bible say something about men or women, men too, being lazy? Yeah, that's directly correlating. King Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs. If you want to find out, he's literally saying, he's giving out all the game. This guy married 800 wives. He was like, one's not enough. We need another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Nah, he turned into Genghis Khan. Well, I mean, I think he did more, right? Everyone's related to Solomon at this point. Is that guy in heaven? I'm actually curious now. Like, I'm not God, but is King Solomon in heaven? I mean, he built the temple, but he kind of low-key split the kingdom. He had some idols because of one of the 800 wives started giving him a god. This man started worshiping a new god, a new false, I can't even say god, a new carved image every week. I mean, he could have had a wedding every day for 2 years. Ooh, this man says he knows people, man. Oh, Susan. Yeah, you're legit. Susan. Yeah, I was just saying, like, General Flynn knows your name. When I typed this message on my Telegram and he reposted it, said Porter Lynn would be his, he says. That's General Flynn. Like, that's actually the real General Flynn. That's General Flynn, right? Look, your name's right here. What was I thinking? It's weird how I just know your full name, right, Susan? I wrote it because you went from Massachusetts to Wyndham, and I wrote Don Riddell's name. I didn't think General Flynn would see this, you know, but he did, and he reposted my message. But he edited it, so it sounded less less fired up. Let's just say it like that. So, yeah, I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, because you can't say, oh my God, it's blasphemy and stuff. So that's what you're probably doing right now. You're probably jumping because General Flynn's a big deal. Love is 1 in a million. Be worthy of the gifts that you seek. Love is not a gift, man. Ooh. If love was a gift, Joe Biden got a good man. That guy could make love to anyone. When's Monkey Works coming? We were supposed to do a show on Wednesday, but I was busy. I had some important business to take care of. What was that important business? I think me and Nick, and we had that long show we did, huh? With Julie Green too. Yeah, so we couldn't do it. Yeah, we scheduled it for another day. Hopefully next week. I don't watch Monkey Works, but some of you said watch him, and I was like, "Whoa, this is gonna be, man!" I always loved animals, and it's literally this guy. You know, he talks about. I still don't understand. Like, he has a thing called Bible Minute, and that's what I watched. But he talks about planes, and I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm trying to say is I don't know how I'd offer a conversation or what we'd be talking about. So I told them, man, bro, I don't know what we could talk about because I'm not some intel guy with some secret knowledge on planes. I don't even know what you'd put on a plane, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. Well, he'll come on the channel. Ooh, nice, man. Part of the 35th INDIV. I have gave 40. Please contact. I know others. Hey, I hope. No, Susan, they don't want to meet you. Oh no, no. She's jumping, saying, oh, in the New Hampshire or Boston accent. Oh my gosh. And she's jumping around. Susan, they don't want to meet. No, that's not what this is. He just reposted it, and thousands of people saw it. He knows your name. Because I posted it, and then he reposted the message. He edited the message to make it sound less. Because I was. Let's just say I say exactly what I'm thinking a little bit more. Susan's like, does he want to meet me? Of course, he would love to, but, he's busy being the general for the country. The night you wore your mask. I didn't wear a mask. You've never seen me in a mask. Oh, guys. I met one of you people at the airport. His name is Killian. He's always in my channel. I would think if General Flynn reposted your thoughts that Trump would probably see it. No wonder he edited it. Yeah. Solomon had 1,000 wives and 1,000 concubines. Solomon was a busy man. Man. Whew. Did he have kids? How many kids did he have? Imagine having to wait your turn to get a kid from this guy, man. Oof. Imagine being one of his wives. Just waiting. Oh, it's finally my turn to get a kid. Finally. And bang, the time of the month comes. Ah, yeah, dude, my mind is so dirty. Oh man, Lord, sorry, I apologize. Imagine though, like it'd be tough. It'd be tough. Imagine you're so ready. Oh, oh. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're ready to get that baby. Bang! You got the whole Red Sea coming. Look, it has nothing to do with me being. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. That's what it is. It's just a joke. Like that guy had so many. He was getting married every single day. He could have been doing that for 3 years straight. I don't even want to look at these comments right now. Will we see the 12 tribes of 𝐒𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍 one day? Susan, I answered the question, didn't I? Did they want to meet me? No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I didn't mean the jokes. Oh, that would have been tough. Oof. Elisa, thank you. Super sticker. Can't see the super sticker. Thank you, StreamYard. What does that mean, Jonathan Tay? Jonathan Tay is in Australia, and he's a patriot. Yeah. Australian patriots. Okay, but what do you study? College, respect those patriots that put themselves out there. Trump pardoned Flynn. Thank God, right? We all have much to learn. Yeah, he needs to learn how to endorse the right people. Wait. Oh, okay. He just said amen. Thank you, man. Wait, no, Susan. Yeah, Susan. Look. So look, let's explain to Susan what's happening, okay? Because Susan's all famous now, all right? So I posted a message on my Telegram, right? And I was basically saying, here's the message. I was saying, for President Trump to suggest that Drew 𝐤𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍 in South Carolina, because Trump endorsed this dork. See how that matched? Drew 𝐤𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍. He endorsed him. This guy's the chair of the Republican Party. Trump endorsed him like 3 times. He's a rhino. And he supports Lindsey Graham, Nikki Haley, all the great people of South Carolina that are always fighting for freedom. Nikki Haley leached off Trump, and then now she wants to run for an office. Of course, that's how they all are. But Trump's saying Drew 𝐤𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍, apart from Lynn Wood, is strong on the V word on crime. And I'm like, this is a horrible endorsement. So I'm like, hey, let me call out the president. Yeah, so I make this long rant on Telegram. And I'm telling people that Trump is wrong. Because Trump is saying Drew 𝐤𝐀𝐕𝐈𝐍 is fighting for him on this. And I literally have a video of this guy saying Joey Bribes was legitimate. Joey Bribes was legitimate. So how is he fighting? And he isn't fighting at all. He could get in contact with his people in Georgia and push for an audit in Georgia. He could do anything, but he's not fighting. He's a liar. The only reason Trump endorsed him is because the swamp creature advisors he has, some of them, they bring a list of other swamp creature candidates he should endorse, and he just endorses it, right? And now And now that's where my message comes in. For him to suggest that Drew McKiss is actively fighting the F word is just a slap in the face of the people fighting. And then I said, Mr. President, here's a list of people actually fighting the V word. And I put all these people. At the very end, I put Susan, your name, and Don, Riddell, etc. And I said, all of you. That includes you. And then I see General Flynn reposted the same message. Supporter of Lynn Woodby, he says. He changes my words to make it sound more neutral. And then obviously the message is there. So he reposted it. Okay. There we go. She wants to meet General Flynn, I see. You are forever 16 years old. Man, you reduced my age. Got to love and laugh. Oh no. You think this dark humor? You haven't seen anything yet. So that's where we're at today. That's where we are at. Yeah, Ghosar in Arizona. Yeah, that's what it means to fight. This guy was the first congressman to get up and say, I will object. Now, granted, he was from Arizona, but, Josh Barnett, trust him. I trust Ghosar. There are a lot of good congressmen that aren't bought off. It just so happens that the majority of them they're bought off. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I think the president needs to know, for example, right? Trump keeps saying the Arizona Senate, patriots, they're fighting. He doesn't get briefed on the fact that it's not the Senate that's pushing for this. It's the people. This is the people's audit. This is America's audit. This is your audit. This is God's audit. Everyone's audit except Joey Bribes and the Department of Juveniles and how they want to intervene and stop it. But ultimately, you have fought for this audit. And as much as I respect the Arizona legislature for listening, they wouldn't have listened as much as they did if you hadn't made your voices get heard. If you didn't call them out when they were trying to do a sample audit, we wouldn't have the audit we're having. But Trump doesn't get briefed on that. He gets briefed on, Mr. President, there's an audit going on in Arizona. But he doesn't know the full story, just like most supporters. Most people don't understand the full story. Both Democrats and Republicans. They think this thing just came out of nowhere. No, it didn't. It came from people pushing every single day. It came from thousands of emails every day from people saying this is exactly what we want to see. We won't take less. We won't take more. So, clouds are racist. Man. Oh, that's why this weather's so inconsistent. You racist piece of trash. You just hover over me and just virtue signal your racism. What's next? You're going to strangle me. How about this? Trump becomes speaker, then he can impeach Biden. Nah, he won. He can just do his job. Dr. Frank said that politicians don't start parades, they join them. That's perfectly well said. CanCon just texted me saying, this is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's Mark Rachel Maddow. I don't know his name. That guy, Mark. That guy. He's the advisor. Mark Meadows. Yeah, Mark Meadows. He's horrible. He's not a good advisor. He's a swamp creature. It was Lynn, Sidney, and General Flynn saying, sign that act, Mr. You know what act I'm talking about. And he never did because of the leakage. Who do you think leaked that news? Seemed like confidential information you want to leak. Who do you think leaked it? I'll let you guess. I just named them 2 seconds ago. Good night, Chris, go to sleep. It's been a long day. Yeah, it's been a long day. God bless you. Sleep tight. Don't think about Solomon's 800 wives. It's going to drain you. Susan still here? What is Susan? How do you react, Susan? Are you happy? Are you sad? How was your reaction? It's a good feint, you know. You got General Flynn to you're a reporter. That's what they say in Boston. And you may not love her accent, but it's weird at the same time because I shouldn't. Reporter. New Hampshire. See, I did it perfectly. No. How does Susan like it? Let's see if Susan's still here. Imagine Don Riddell. If Don was here, he would be. Ooh, he would be so. He would be buzzing. He'd turn into a behizzy. Yeah, see what I did there? Yeah, it's him. It's him. It's Meadows. Mark Meadows is a rhino. Look, you know, if Trump's doing the art of war, he's doing it right. Keep your enemies close. That's the vibe he's going on. I mean, could you imagine the people he has around him? Just no one cool. No one cool. The people he keeps in his inner circle don't have his best interest at heart. They're going to betray him whenever they see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ellen Cassidy. I couldn't get to Phil Rizzo. You're the definition of ask and it shall be given. And if not, ask again, ask again, ask again. I couldn't get through. But I called, they weren't there. So I apologize. This guy's saying General Flynn for no. You know the thing is, you know, with this whole situation, is that Trump is just as think about this, right? You're a business guy. You are comfortable in a business environment. You know, you want to save your country, and God wants to use you. You run. You somehow win, even though they cheated. You know, HRC was supposed to get that easily. You know, Madam Corruption was supposed to win. That's why she was so surprised. That's why she didn't even have a concession. She was so surprised that, you know, they did all, it was God, you know, that was a miracle in of itself. They were supposed to do some incredible things, but by the grace of God, their plans failed. And their plans failed again. It just so happens that God allowed this fakeness to occur so people can wake up when they see that, oh, wow, there will be war in the Middle East. That was not a joke. There will be war in Russia. That was not a joke. Wow. There's peace. No, there's literally war everywhere. So I think that was the whole point of this, right? I think we're getting to that point where, you know, even Trump doesn't understand what's going on because he gets briefed by dummies. Who told him that it was the Arizona legislature that pushed for this audit? Who told them that? Because it wasn't. It was you. It was Liz Harris. It was Josh Barnett. It was Stephen Shelby Bush from We the People AZ Alliance. Does he know We the People AZ? He doesn't, because he gets briefed by dummies. They don't. I mean, I just hope he can just get some better advisors and get these swamp creatures off around him. Yeah, he showed us how deep the swamp is, and the swamp attached to the swamp creatures around him. I think Jim Jordan is absolutely trustworthy. But again, I don't praise politicians. Guys, I'm not joking when I say serve and leave. No one needs more than 2 terms. Congress people, what are you doing since 1970? What are you doing? Why are you still here? Go away. I think there should be extreme term limits, man. Supreme Court, you get 15 years and you got to bounce. Or 20, I don't know, 30, I don't know. You got to bounce. There should be term limits on everything. Presidency, you get 2 terms, you got to go. You got to go. There's no extending this. Why do you need more? Senate, 2 terms. Screw that. 1 term, you get 6 years. 1 term, that's 3 congressional congressional House terms. That's 3 in 1 Senate running, or just 6 years. You gotta go. You gotta go. Stop staying for so long. They just stay and stay and stay. So dumb. That's one thing we gotta change after this. We gotta get these term limits in, man. Because it won't matter if we clean the swamp if the same people could just, the swamp. The swamp is like the dust in your computer. Clean it, it'll just come right back in. Where is it coming from? I don't understand. I don't know how my fans gather dust to the point where I do need to clean it. I don't have dust in this room, but it's there. Swamp creatures will always be here, but just remove them. Term limits, go. And then you got to make sure that you got to put some restrictions. If your daddy ran and he got elected, you can't run. I'm serious. We can't have these family. Oh, your nephew's governor of California and you're Speaker of the House. That's a big conflict of interest, is it not? Aren't you going to favor? It needs to be 90% smaller. Yeah. I think more representatives, actually. We have 1 rep per 700,000 people. That leaves more room to ignore 50,000 people, perhaps. So it should be 50,000 people, 1 rep. They get their money slashed to half. You shouldn't be making $70K or whatever they're making a year for messing up and outspending in the, you make less, half of that. Then after that, you got to bounce. Yeah, look, this is it. Live what you just made. Go live there. Go live in the swamp you created. No term limits for the Supreme Court. Putting term limits will make it even more political. I don't know. I don't know. See, my thing with these term limits is with the Supreme Court. I think as stupid as the left is on most issues, I see why I would be open to compromising on the Supreme Court. Now, I get it. We have to keep the same existing legal conceptions and keep the same concept of the rule of law beyond decades and keep a similar interpretation of the law. I agree with that. But I just think it's just too long, man. I think 15 years is it changes drastically. If the presidency changes, if Congress is changing, the Senate is changing, then I don't think it'll be too political. Now, the problem is when all your conservative justices came from the Federalist Society, I have no problem with that, but it shouldn't be the case. It should be lawyers, lawyers that understand the Constitution. I don't know. Heck, get Dave Jose in the Supreme Court. That man making some decisions and some dissenting opinions. Get him doing that. You catch my drift here? All right, I think we gotta pray and go. Your boy's getting sleepy now. Sleepy, sleepy, sleep hizzy. Sleep hizzy. I don't know which one works. I'm losing my mojo. I don't know how to come up with names anymore. Lord, in the name of Jesus. Your word declares that you love justice and you hate wrong and robbery. And your word also declares to all you lawyers and judges, do not fail to grant the poor and the needy justice. Lord, we are in a time of great injustice. Lord, we pray for our president, not the dead one, I mean the living one, Joey Bribes, but the one that actually legitimately took it. Lord, we pray that you protect and preserve him, but you correct him every time he keeps endorsing these rhinos. He keeps endorsing these Mitt Romneys and Mitch McConnells because he thinks it's a good political decision, but it's not a good decision for the country if you keep endorsing these compromised individuals into positions of power. You should instead come out and just denounce them, find new leaders, and unify the Republican Party under new leaders that are strong and fight for your word and fight with righteousness and fight. And their best weapon is the Bible. Those are the leaders we need, not more rhinos. We don't need casual conservatives that love the Second Amendment, blah, blah, blah. We've heard those lines before. Mitt Romney loves the Second Amendment. But Lord, do they love the 10 Commandments? Do they love Christ? Do they follow and do they have a fear of the Lord in their hearts? That's the real discerner that we need to have for leaders. We're in a battle of good versus evil. Good is you, good is your word, which means anyone that stands for your word is on the side of good, and anyone that stands on the sides of evil, the mainstream media who doesn't answer constituents, is on the side of evil. We pray you expose this corruption. You've already promised you won't put us to shame. You'll make all things work for the good of those who put your trust in you. Lord, you'll get all the glory and all the honor. Many say, you don't need to intervene, Lord. Yes, you do. Your firstborn Israel is getting bombed right now, Lord. That's a bad look. Not good for PR. In Jesus' name we pray. Protect Israel. Amen. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I know some of you didn't cover your eyes. You're still typing comments. You're saying amen while I'm still praying. No, you didn't cover your eyes. I've never heard anyone call him Tony Fauci. The Sirona poison, Maxine, Dr. Fauci, two little pricks we can do without. Yeah, true. Yeah, let's do the roll call. Like I think someone put there. Where's everyone watching from? I won't do the thing I did a few nights ago where I just left in between. Yeah, hey, this man's watching from Fire, California. Firebow, California. Corbett, Oregon. Fair enough. Illinois, Vietnam. Wow, nice. Texas. It's funny because, I already know where Tanya's from. You say it every street. I know where. Yeah, look. Oh, Leanne. So look, I have a lot of stuff from Pennsylvania that I think you would love to hear. Arkansas, New Bedford, Massachusetts. That's another state with a bunch of rhinos. I didn't know they had a Republican governor. It's crazy, man. All these states just, how do you elect a Republican governor but never anyone red in the national races? Crossville, Tennessee, Prescott, News, Arizona, El Paso, Wisconsin, Coventry, England. Nice. Maryland, Minnesota. Cool. I love knowing these things. We're international. We're global. We're more global than George Soros' bank account connections. Ooh, just paying off everything, man. Paying off China, paying off. Ukiah, California. Ukiah, yeah, nice, cool. Pennsylvania, Illinois. Murphy, North Carolina. Good. Is that its name? West by God, Virginia. No way that's not. No way. No way. Oh, no way. No way. No way. That's an actual place. Oh, it's not the name of a city. Wait, it looks like it's a community though. That's the actual name of a place. Denver. Anyone from Colorado, I hate you. But George, you're from there too. Shut up. Shut up. You don't need to know that. Yeah, we got to get rid of this incompetent bastard we call a governor. Wisconsin, Middle East. Don't make me take away your mod privileges. Agree with me or find yourself gone. What do you think this is? A free speech chat? No, you get banned for saying F words and Swanonia. Wow. Someone who came up with these names? Swanonia, Swanono, Swanano. Nah, man, I can't stop. North Carolina, nice. Denmark. We don't see too many people from the Vikings place, the Scandinavia. That's what it is. Somalia, nice. Wilmington, Apple Valley, Red Cali. Oh, you're one of those people that spells it with a K and it spells girl with a G and a U. Yeah, Los Angeles. Nice. Desert Hills, Arizona. Wow, really creative name for a city, you know? It's not like Arizona is not a desert. Someone said USSR. What? Lexington, Kentucky. Mitch McConnell land. You disgust me. Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky, state of Kentucky. China. I'm voting for impeachment. Shut up, man. You're dumb. Mitch McConnell, such a horrible candidate. Those are the types of people we just need to get rid of, man. Des Moines, Iowa, Middle East. Don't make me ban you. South Florida. I wish I could be there. Superior, Montana. What does that mean? Is there a non-superior Montana? Suppose it's the blue places. Iowa. Hey, we got a lot of people from the Middle East here. Some new people are like, what are you talking about? Does he mean to tell us that geographically speaking, when you actually look at the contiguous United States and you actually put a map and you put north, east, south, and west, and you draw it from the middle of the country in the contiguous United States, you actually find that Michigan and Wisconsin and all these places, Indiana and Illinois, these places that are typically called the Midwest are actually in the Middle East, and therefore they are supposed the Midwest is actually Wyoming and Utah and Colorado. Is that actually what he's taught? Yes. You missed a lot. Okay. I'm just teaching geography here. I think all of you have been deceived. Ontario, Canada. Term limits for SCOTUS. They think they are God. Let Thomas stay in. Missouri. I'm trying to get everyone, but 2,000 people is a lot, man. How am I on here in Liz? What does that mean? Redlands, California. Oh, you mean how am I on here in live? I don't know. I'm just live then. Midwest, Salina, Kansas. Good. Hey, the whole world is watching. I mean, that's what it is. Southwest Florida, Missouri, Pennsylvania. Hoping to move. I think maybe. Caleb, no, man. Stay and save your state. Come on. You know you got to do that. Come on. Don't be that guy. I'm tired of living here. I'm moving. Alabama. Look, I'm sorry. All the Alabama jokes I was making. Okay. Look, I'm sorry. All right. I would never make those jokes in front of you. Okay. You probably have more muscles than me. All right. First fight I've been in, I got beat up. I can't do that again. So, New Zealand. Yeah, rainbows. You get those two there? Okay, cool. They perverted the rainbow of God. It's actually a flag, reminding us of God's promise. See how the devil never creates anything? He just perverts what God has. Houston, Texas, Ohio. That's where Dr. Frank is. Oh, another Alabama, Cynthia, Alabama. No, I seriously hope, none of the Alabama things are true. Oh, it's not pre-recorded. Akron, Ohio, Newcastle. Wow. Just took a caller talking about Mike Lindell's Frank speech. Important. You need to reach out to him for this info. What did Mike say? Wonder. I don't have Mike Lindell's contacts. I'm not known like that. Mike and I, I'm more into speaking with President Trump every day. Mike Lindell's too out of my league, or he's too under my league. They were like, George, speak with Mike Lindell, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be speaking with a guy that took 5 weeks to ship my pillows, but man, they're worth it. Ooh, I noticed, I'm actually sleeping nice. Pillow review. Now let me tell you this, man. These pillows, my pillows. You can tell. Oh, Mike, man. Ooh, he's not paying me, but because he's fighting the DS in the swamp. Go buy some My Pillows, and buy some flip flops. And does he have a My Pillow cigar? Not that I would be smoking a cigar. Orlando, we need an audit here. These Floridians, man, they always want to take victimhood. Everything was fine in Florida. No, it wasn't. They probably tried to steal it too. Take it, but they couldn't. Geographic